we interrupt our regularly scheduled programming for a Channel 3 special report.
Good evening. I'm David Barrows. Jonathan Shaw is on assignment. We apologize for our earlier coverage of the so-called Madison race riots. Reports coming in now indicate the violence is neither racially motivated nor restricted to the greater Madison area. What is certain is that this seemingly unexplainable mass hysteria continues to spread throughout the heartland, with injuries reported to be in the thousands. We now go live to Catherine Lanphier at St. Augustine Memorial Hospital. Catherine?
David, the staff here says they haven't seen anything close to the sheer volume of casualties. Badly injured, very frightened people are pouring in, no exaggeration, by the hundreds. And we're told that most of the injuries are bites, not gunshot or stab wounds, as we were led to believe earlier. Just a few minutes ago, we spoke with one of the doctors that has been on call since this morning when the patients arrived.
We have seen cases of complete digit finger extraction, deep throat laceration, even a large section of flesh torn away as if by a rabid dog or wild animal.
We've been told by nurses there have been complications.
Almost all wounds have shown immediate infection. Many have went into toxic shock. One patient...
Have there been fatalities?
Excuse me, please. I'm sorry, I have to go.
Doctors are still at a loss as to the reason behind these attacks, and the situation doesn't seem to be improving. The past few minutes, I've seen 4 ambulances and several cars pull up with victims seeking emergency care. Whatever's going on, it seems to be far from over. David?
Thank you, Catherine. And speculation seems to surround the origin of this phenomenon. And theories include an airborne plague, a toxic chemical spill, bioterrorism, and even a spaceborne virus. And viewers should be advised that there is no official explanation as of yet. Teams from the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the Center for Disease Control, and Office of Emergency Preparedness have been dispatched to Chicago, Madison, and the Twin Cities. While martial law has not been declared, the governors of all 3 states are encouraging citizens to remain calm and stay at home for the present. We've had no official response from the White House, but it can be confirmed that the president is considering returning from his fishing trip at Jackson Hole. More on the situation as it develops.
The president wants to make it perfectly clear that this is not a case of bioterrorism. No such agents exist in the arsenal of any nation or known terrorist group. He also wants to stress the need for calm and the respect for law and order. The quicker people can get off the streets and into their homes, the quicker the appropriate federal and state agencies can reach these troubled areas. Although a further call-up of reservists is on the table, our current overseas military assets will remain in place to reassure our allies that this is a minor, containable situation that we expect to see fully resolved in 24 hours or less.
Again, that was Press Secretary William Kaplan with the first official statement from the White House a little over 30 minutes ago, stressing calm and what he assures us is a fully containable situation.
Civil authorities in your area have reported that the bodies of the dead are rising from their graves and attacking the living. Follow the messages on screen that will be updated as information becomes available. Do not attempt to approach or apprehend these bodies as they are considered extremely dangerous. I repeat, civil authorities in your area have reported that the bodies of the dead are rising from their graves and attacking the living. Follow the messages on screen that will be updated as information becomes available. Do not attempt to approach or apprehend these bodies as they are considered extremely dangerous. This warning applies to all areas receiving this broadcast. Tune in to 9:20 a.m. to get updated information in the event that you are separated from your television or if electrical service is interrupted. Civil authorities in your area have reported that the bodies of the dead are rising from their graves and attacking the living. Follow the messages on screen that will be updated as information becomes available.
Well, as we broke in with earlier, there have been widespread reports of confusion and erratic behavior, as well as rabid-like symptoms being reported all over the city. Now, whatever's happening does not appear to be a local phenomenon. We have other reports similarly coming from Colorado. We still have no specific answer as to what is happening. Reports are ranging from a germ or virus with mind-altering effects causing extreme aggression and mass hysteria. Interstate 80 and Highway 30 are jammed with people trying to get out of town. The Kearney Police Department is strongly advising people to stay in their homes, lock their doors until police force can contain this situation. We will continue to bring interruptions throughout the night. Keep it tuned right here to KFXL Fox, Nebraska.
Doctors still appear to be baffled by this new so-called super flu. They're still unsure of exactly how it spreads, and with it reaching near epidemic proportions, the quarantine was enacted and enforced by the National Guard early this morning. Armed troops are not allowing visitors in or letting employees out. As you can see down there, hundreds have gathered at the hospital's entrance, some wanting to see loved ones, but most simply demanding medical attention. Residents are shocked that such a strict quarantine was enacted over something like a flu, with symptoms such as nausea, fever, chills, disorientation, and in extreme cases, reporting catatonic states and delusional aggressive behavior. People have been trying anything for some sort of relief. Drugstores are sold out as of now of a cold medication. There's still no more flu shots available. Hospitals are working well beyond capacity. Doctors still unsure as to what has caused the infection and do not believe it's even related to the flu. Initial reports of recently deceased patients coming back to life have been dismissed as, quote, absurd rumors, end quote. I've now been told this is now a restricted airspace, so we will have to cut our coverage short. God. They're firing into the crowd. It appears they're firing into the crowd.
Reports of zombies attacking people were coming in from several states across the country. Do not provoke a zombie. Doing so will result in an attack. Move to an interior room that is blocked by several doors and walls. Stay calm, as authorities have been dispatched to deal with these creatures. If you have a firearm, get it now. Most importantly, bring food, water, and a battery-powered radio. Symptoms of this virus include initial nausea and vomiting, blurred vision, loss of muscle control, and unconsciousness. Once again, stay calm, as authorities have been dispatched to deal with these creatures.
Situation has really gotten out of hand tonight. As you can see, we are on our emergency power system. There is widespread panic all over the city. Most communities are without cell service, internet, and water. The CDC just released a statement moments ago stating that they had concluded a water sample test of the Platte River. The recent Colorado flooding has caused sewage to flood into the water system. The CDC reports they have confirmed the presence of an unknown viral infection in the water supply, causing significant mind-altering symptoms, of which include high fever, sweating, nausea, extreme aggression, and mass hysteria. For those people who are unable to get to their own homes, we are providing a list of rescue stations on the screen below us, and Emily actually has a map of where these locations are. And Emily.
That's right, Andrea. The Kearney Police Department is now urging citizens to get to the closest rescue station near you. The National Guard has been mobilized, and mass hysteria is so widespread that it's impossible for rescuers to service and respond to every situation. We can see the zombie outbreak across the area. Kearney is the area of the main concern. We have some of these rescue stations highlighted right here on a map for you, and we've been hearing reports that people have been left to defend themselves and have taken the law into their own hands. So if you're watching this broadcast, please get to the nearest rescue station immediately.
Civil authorities in your area have reported that the bodies of the dead are rising from their graves and attacking the living. Follow the messages on screen that will be updated as information becomes available. Do not attempt to approach or apprehend these bodies as they are considered extremely dangerous. I repeat, civil authorities in your area have reported that the bodies of the dead are rising from their graves and attacking the living. Follow the messages on screen that will be updated as information becomes available. Do not attempt to approach or apprehend these bodies as they are considered extremely dangerous. This warning applies to all areas receiving this broadcast. Tune in to 9:20 a.m. to get updated information in the event that you are separated from your television or if electrical service is interrupted. Civil authorities in your area have reported that the bodies of the dead are rising from their graves and attacking the living. Follow the messages on screen that will be updated as information becomes available.